Hi, I'm just Mike, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Social Security. I see a lot of videos on YouTube about taking Social Security at 62 because we don't know when our last day is. Collect it now while you can. So I'm not saying that that's wrong, but every person has their own situation, and you really need to address just your situation. You can't listen to Joe and what he's doing or whoever. I'm going to talk a little bit today about Sarasota Tim. I watched his video on when to take it at 62. It's got several of them like that. He kind of repeats the same thing. But I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. What I'm saying is everyone has their own situation, and there's no one way to do it that's right. So I'm going to play something of his, and I'm going to point out something that he says that I believe is wrong. Um, let's see. I'm not going to watch too much of it because I don't want to get copyrighted striked. But here,
So I don't understand why there's even any debate about it. And this whole thing about waiting for your spouse, let's say you got a younger spouse and you want to make sure you leave them all set. Well, look,
he's a good
you're
talker.
here with your spouse now, get your money. Do you realize that your spouse can't get your full retirement amount unless they wait? They have to also become 67. If they collect on you before they turn 67, they don't get that amount. You don't just die and they get it.
And actually, that's true. You do. If you do die, they do get it. It's called the survivor benefit. So if, and that's one of the main reasons why people wait till 70 to collect Social Security. Let me get rid of him. Okay. So one of the reasons why people collect it at 60 or at 70 is so they get the higher benefit. Let's say you're if you collect it at 62, you maybe get 2,500 or something like that. At at 67, maybe you get 3,500, 3,800. I don't know. And then it's at 70, you get, we'll say 4,500. Well, people wait to the end if they're the higher breadwinner. They do that so that their spouse, if the person passes away, their spouse collects the higher amount. If you're getting 45 and your spouse is only getting 2,000 and you pass away, then your spouse gets your 45. They don't get both. They get the higher of the two. And there's a formula that they do with that. However, so what he is saying is completely wrong there. The other thing is if you're 10 years, like let's say you're 10 years older than your spouse, you're 70 and your spouse is 60. At 60, you're not eligible for Social Security yet. However, if you pass away at 70 and you're collecting your Social Security, your spouse is eligible at 60 to get survivor benefits. So that's one of the reasons why people wait till 70. And this is one of the reasons why you should go see a financial advisor and ask them for professional advice when it comes to taking Social Security. Because once you take it at 62, there's no turning back. I mean, you've got a year. Um, like if you think you've made a mistake, but you have to pay all that money back. It's not easy to do. It's a little difficult. So again, go see a financial advisor. This is not me knocking on Sarasota Tim, just giving advice because Sarasota Tim's just looking for views. He's not doing anything, he believes in what he's saying, I'm sure. I'm just telling you before you do something like that, because now once you take it at 62, you're trapped forever with that 70% of your full Social Security amount. And I know you can do a side hustle job and you can earn a little bit of extra money, but like Sarasota Tim is now 67 and he's kind of trapped into doing a side hustle because he cannot survive on just Social Security. So if you're eligible to work, if you're capable of working and you've got a good job, you may want to consider delaying until, even if you just wait till 65, it's a little bit more. You know, do what you can do. However, see a professional financial advisor. It doesn't cost much. Go see them, talk to them for an hour, get their opinions, because at least you know that's right. Well, that's just Mike's take. Thank you. I'll talk to you again soon sometime.